Okay, so I'm going to look at some of the different commands that you can put into the chat bar. Let's go to the map and look at the manuals, chat commands. So here's a whole section that you could look over. Here's some of the basic ones. I'd probably say the most common one is this one here, or the mission. So let's kind of show you what it does. So right now I'm sitting in Shield. This is intermission, just after campaign 127. I'm sitting in the army base. This is the actual army base bunker that the enemy can capture. As you can see, I'm sitting in here. Any enemy can capture. So let's broadcast to everybody on the target chat that the enemy is not in this bunker. So we'll hit the F2 for the target, and then dot HERE, and then hit enter. Let's try it again. Dot here. We have to hit. Let's try this again with the $, because that's what you actually need. So $sign here. Now it tells everybody that the Shield Army base is at 0%, meaning that it's not being captured. There's no enemy in this building right now. So if we wanted to broadcast that to the operations chat, which is this one right here, we would hit the F5, and we could hit the $sign and here, and that would broadcast it on the ops chat to everybody that's on the Allied side. But instead of typing it out, since I've already typed it, let's hit F5 again, and the arrow up, it brings up the last chat that we had sent out. But now I have the ops chat instead of the target chat highlighted. Hit enter. Now that got broadcasted to all the allies that are playing, and specifically the ones that have the ops chat on their chat bar. So let's take a look and see what other chat commands we've got. The $sign origin. This tells you what town you're in. If you want to see what your target is. And that's the target of the mission. You want to find out who the mission leader is, you can type it in here, or you can go to your mission, and it shows you right here. Ken Q is the leader of the mission. Anyway, just some good information there. I died, so let's say I want to tell everybody that there's enemy in here. Hit the F2 for the target, and then I'm going to tell them EI in bunker. I'm dead. Okay, so let's go ahead and respawn. Go back into that building. And he's in there. But because I put it in chat, as you can see, there's a couple more people that are heading over there to help out. Let's see what other guns I got. LMG. Let's give it a shot. As you can see, I just did that in a local chat, telling them that the enemy was upstairs. So whoever was in that bunker, they all got that message that the enemy is upstairs. We got him. Now let's tell everybody that the bunker's clear. Okay, so now I told everybody that the bunker is clear. I did the $sign here, and then I typed resetting after that so everybody understands that it's clear and the timer is being reset. So let's look at manuals again, chat commands. So we use this one. This is going to be the one that you use a lot. This one, and also the .mission. If I wanted to tell my squaddies, so I'll do the F4 for the squads, and I want to tell them what mission I'm in so they can come and help me. I do the $sign MISS for mission, hit enter, and it goes to the chat command, that little orange, and it tells everybody that's in the squad that's playing the Allied side or the Axis, whichever you're playing, gives them that command. I could do the same thing to the ops chat. You could do the mission. So let's look at some of the other commands. .report. This one, instead of the slash, you could do a period. So period or a dot. So .report, and then the spacebar text. That's if you see some anomalies in the game, floating tanks or floating people or whatever, do a .report and say the tank is floating in midair, and the game moderators will take a look at it and see what's going on with that. This is your direct line to the game developers, the rats. Cornered Rat Software is the company that produces the game. We call them rats for short. This chat just goes directly to them. A lot of different interesting stuff. Once again, the trainers. If you want to do training to kind of advance yourself in the use of movement, using weapons, you can see who the trainers are that are online at that moment. So you can do just a regular chat bar, enter .trainers. So Beer Bear is online. He's one of the trainers. Anytime you see their name that's in all capital letters, that means they are a rat, one of the game developers. So you can PM him, private message him, and say, hey, want to get trained, or stuff like that. He'll probably be able to help you. Trainers, the .who. If you type .who, we'll show you a list of all the squad members that are on your side that are logged in. But if you notice, there's a couple other. Well, now there's one, but he's playing German, so he's not showing up on my list because he's not playing Allied. The WTF is kind of fun to look at sometimes. Enter .WTF. So once again, it kind of throws you a little chat that makes you want to say WTF. Sometimes they're kind of funny. Communication, .ignore. If you got a player that's you just don't get along with, or you don't want to see their chat anymore, do the .ignore spacebar, and then the player's name. You won't see any more chat from that player. The .m, that private messages a person. So say I wanted to type a message to Rans, do .m spacebar RANS, and then space, and then type whatever it is you want to message that person. Doesn't matter if they're on your mission or what town they're in. Dot message will broadcast to anybody that's on the Allied side that's logged in. To respond to that person after they've already chatted back to you, hit enter .r and then the space bar, and their name will automatically populate here, and then you just type your response. So mission commands, backup leader, that's if you're you got the backup leader assigns a player to be given leadership in case you leave the mission. If you don't want to become a leader of a mission, just type auto leader off. I'm not sure where that's at. So if you type enter dot auto leader spacebar off, auto leader off, now I will never become a mission leader by default. If you want to turn that back on, obviously dot auto leader on spacebar, and it turns it back on. Make leader if you are the mission leader and you want a specific person to gain control of that mission, you do dot make leader spacebar player, the player's name, hit enter. Now if you leave the mission and you are the mission leader, you did that, the auto leader will not pick the next highest ranking officer. It will pick that person that you chose. If you are the mission leader, here's dot orders. You just do dot order and then the space bar, and then whatever message you want to put for your mission. So you could say cab south CP, and then you hit enter, but I'm not mission leader, so it's not going to go through, obviously. Squad commands, this is mostly for squad members that are of higher rank. This is some of the controls that they have as a squad member pertaining to the squad. High command, almost all these commands are for the high command. Their high command is a group of volunteers that choose what towns to attack, how much supply is in each town, and shuffling around all the different brigades to make sure that the player base has ample supply to attack or defend towns. So here's some of the commands for that. Looks like we've got an enemy in here because the little red line here shows red. So let's see if he comes up here. And looks like he left. So, because the infantry came in and ran out, the capture timer thing went back to blue, meaning he left. It reset. So now there's a capturable in 35 seconds. There's a time period where they won't be able to start capping it. So they have to wait till this timer goes down before they can start capping this building. So anyway, this is just a quick overview of the chat commands and how to use them in game.